Hey everybody, it's Femtrooper, and today I'm going to be talking about my favorite Christmas movies. So it's almost Christmas. Christmas is in a few days, and I love to watch my favorite Christmas movies every year. Sometimes I don't get to all of them, but I try my best, and I do have a bunch that are absolute favorites. I mean, there's some I enjoy every year, but then there's some that are like absolute favorites, mostly because of nostalgia, and just, them being on every single year. But those are my favorite Christmas movies. So let's just dive right in, and I'll share my favorites with you. First up is the obvious, is it a Christmas movie or is it not a Christmas movie? But that would be Die Hard, and Die Hard's just an excellent movie. You can watch it any time of year, it doesn't matter, but just the fact that the movie is set during Christmas makes it a Christmas movie, in my opinion. I'm not one of those people who are going to defend this, to the end of the earth, like this is the number one Christmas movie, because to me it's not a Christmas movie, but it is just because it's set during Christmas. So it's absolutely watchable during December just because of the time of year that it takes place in, and just the fact that it's an awesome movie. And to be honest with you, Christmas movies really do have a formula, and sometimes it's nice to watch something else that's not a Christmas movie, but it still counts. So Die Hard, definitely really awesome movie, but a Christmas movie too. This next one is one that I absolutely love just because of all of these have dumb one-liners and quotes that I just love to quote, but this one's really good for that, and that is A Christmas Story. And yes, it did get overplayed on TBS all the time, but it's one of the best. Now, it takes place in the 50s, so it doesn't have as much nostalgia as the ones that take place in the 90s and 80s for me, but at the same time it doesn't matter, because it doesn't matter if it's the 50s, 60s, anytime, it doesn't matter. 90s, kids are kids, and this is a Christmas story about a kid just wanting something, and everything unfolding. Everything about this, from all the dumb one-liners to I really love the Ralphie character. This is such a great movie. The leg lamp, him wanting a Red Ryder BB gun, just all of it is awesome. This is a really good movie. Overall, it's just excellent. And I feel like I love movies where kids are the main characters, because there's just so much connection. I just really do love, I don't know. This is just ultimate. This is just a really solid Christmas movie that needs to be seen. I don't care if it was on 24/7 on TBS as a kid or whatever. It's just a really good movie. In fact, I didn't really get into this till I was a teenager. I never really watched it when I was a kid, so it doesn't have that kind of nostalgia, but it has enough nostalgia from when I was a teenager that I just absolutely love it. It's just, I don't know, it's just a really good movie. All the kids are really fun. It's just really good. So if you haven't watched this is recommended. I mean, I feel like everyone's seen Die Hard, but I feel like there's still a few people out here who didn't watch this one. It's not quite I don't know, I just feel like everyone's seen Home Alone, but some people have missed out. But this is really, really good. Next up is an absolute favorite of mine, 100%. I just love it. And that's National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. This is the best ever. I have one that tops everything on this list, but it's hard, because I really do love this, mostly because it's John Hughes, so that's hinting towards what my favorite is. But John Hughes can do no wrong to me. The guy's a genius. Everything he does, I love. And the Clark Griswold character, I know this is not like the original. Some people prefer just Vacation or whatever, but this one is just amazing. You have to watch it every year. You have to watch it. It's I feel like I'm Clark Griswold. The guy just freaking loves Christmas so much, and that's me. I'm the Christmas person, hands down. I just love, I don't know, I love Christmas so much, so I get it. I understand all of it. Just the characters in this series are so amazing. Cousin Eddie, just everything, all the like dumb one-liners, everything about this movie is amazing. The yuppies next door, like, I relate to them now just at my age, but I also relate to Clark so much because I am Clark, but I'm also the yuppies with some extent. And why is the carpet all wet, Todd? Like that, I don't know, sorry, that's like one of my favorite things from that movie. It's not even that funny, it just is. It's just so funny to me. It's just so cheesy and amazing, and like everything about it, and how excited he is to go get a real tree, and like the lights, come on. And then when I think it's the aunt starts singing the Star Spangled Banner, you're like, hey, what? Like, I don't know, it's just it's amazing. This is like, it's just so cheesy, but in the best comforting way. This is the best. Next up, we have a movie that you can watch on 2 holidays, which is just fabulous. I actually didn't watch it this year on Halloween, so I'm going to watch it this year at Christmas, and that's The Nightmare Before Christmas. In my opinion, it is more of a Christmas movie because the whole movie focuses around Christmas. It actually doesn't really focus on Halloween at all. It's about Halloween characters. So although it works during Halloween, I feel like it works way more at Christmas. Because it's all about Jack wanting to become Santa Claus, switch it up a bit, and it's just one of the best. This movie, I feel like at the age I saw it when it came out, and I believe it came out in 93. I was really young, but it made a huge impression on me, like, forever. Like, it's probably the first Danny Elfman score I ever heard, and it was very twisted and creepy and weird, and I feel like when you're exposed to something like that really young, it makes a difference. Like, it really turned me on to movie scores and musicals and creepy stuff, and I've always liked the macabre. I really like all that dark stuff, so this is a really important movie for me personally, and it holds up. It's amazing. The visuals are just fantastic. The characters are great. Jack and Sally, like, come on, everything. The mayor, Oogie Boogie. It's just a really solid movie, and it kind of makes me sad because I just feel like Tim Burton doesn't make movies like this anymore. It's kind of like he had his heyday and then just not so great anymore. But yeah, The Nightmare Before Christmas it's just solid. I know, majority of the words to the songs, like, word for word, like I just love it. So this is absolutely one of the best movies to watch during Christmas, because it's a different take on Christmas, and I really do appreciate that. And just the fact that it holds up so well visually. It's just phenomenal. This is a really good movie, and one of my favorite movies of all time, not just a favorite Christmas movie. The next movie is one I actually don't own, which is terrible, but it's on Netflix, and I've just never, ever had the inkling to buy it. I don't know why. I think it's because I just stopped buying movies. But anyway, that would be Elf, and it's just so good. It's one of the best new Christmas movies to me, because all my favorite Christmas movies are old, and I feel like rarely does a Christmas movie come out now that I think will hold up as a classic. And I know 2003 is not new, but to me it is somehow, because when I think of Christmas movies, I always think of the 80s or early 90s. I don't think of, or even maybe a little older, I just don't think of 2000s at all. And so Elf did that wonderfully. So many lines. I love one-liners. I'm just all about it. It's great. The character of Buddy the Elf is good. The score was good. Everything. Like, I just really liked the whole movie. It was just really, really heartwarming, and it's just a solid movie. Everything about it. It's a really cute movie, and it worked. It worked. It was really good. I remember going to see it in theaters when it first came out, and I was super impressed that, and I still like watching it to this day, and I feel like, awesome, it's really actually held up. So kudos to you, Elf. Okay, we've saved the best for last, and that is because my favorite Christmas movies, and these have been in no order, by the way, like, I love all of them, but the only reason I bring this one up last is because one of them actually is my favorite movie of all time. Judge away, please, because it's simply based on nostalgia. I realize it's not an Oscar-winning, whatever. But Home Alone. Home Alone and Home Alone 2, just hands down the best. Thank you, John Hughes, for bringing this into my life. Home Alone 2, I know, is my favorite movie of all time. However, when I do watch Home Alone, sometimes I question that and I think, I don't know, like, I really do like Home Alone just as much. So they're kind of tied at my favorite movie of all time, really. And yes, you can judge me for liking Home Alone 2 is my favorite movie of all time. I said that before, and I know it's cringy, and I'm very aware. So please, I understand that it's a questionable choice at best. I understand that, but it is my favorite. So I can pretty much sit and watch the entire movie beginning to end and quote the whole thing. It brings me back to being like 10 years old, and I just friggin' love it. So it brings me back to being Kevin's age, and I just love it so much. So Home Alone 2, both amazing. Home Alone is obviously better in terms of creativity and stuff, because Home Alone 2 is just a complete copy, just set in New York. But I love New York so much. I literally want to go to New York and see things from Home Alone just because of that. Like, literally the bridge where he gives the turtle doves to the pigeon lady is my favorite bridge, and I like had to stand on it. And every single time I go to New York, I have to like go to it because I'm like, oh my god, Kevin, you spent $967 on room service. So like that's how nuts I am with Home Alone 2, and like going to the Plaza Hotel, and like literally all of it, just all of it. There's something about this movie that's just so amazing. Like, you connect so much. I connect with Kevin. He's just, I don't know. I don't want to say I connect with Kevin like I'm not a sociopath 10-year-old, but I get it. I understand, and it's what you wanted to be when you were a little kid. You're like, I wish I could do that when I was Kevin. Also, shout out again to John Hughes and his amazing, fabulous neighborhood choices, because everything I see in life is like, if that's not a neighborhood John Hughes would shoot in, then I don't want any part of it. So that's just like, I'm like, Winnetka in Illinois is literally my goal. Like, one day I'm going to see the Home Alone house, and it's going to be the best moment of my life. Like, I seriously, that neighborhood, like, I street view, I'll sit there and like look at the house from like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles and be like, oh my god. Like, I love it. Every single thing, everything about it. Like Ferris Bueller, like all of it. I believe that was filmed in LA though, so that's but anyway, John Hughes loves Chicago, and you know, Lampoon, National Lampoon, like all of it. The Griswolds, all about Chicago. If Christmas is in Chicago, I'm there. And if Christmas is in New York, I'm there as well. And that's also why I spent New Year's Eve in Times Square back in 2009, because I'm nuts. But I did do that. I can say that I did that. And a lot of it was like just Home Alone vibes. I literally went to the tree in like Rockefeller Plaza, and I'm like, yeah, I'm Kevin right now, because that's my dream, to see this tree. And I did see that tree. Those are my favorite Christmas movies of all time. And there are other favorites. There are other fabulous Christmas movies. A Charlie Brown Christmas is really good and very nostalgic, and the music gives me all those Christmas feels. And sometimes I like watching Gremlins, because sadly that's also a Christmas movie. But there's a lot of good ones. But these are all my favorite classics. Love these to bits. Yeah, just those are all my favorite 80s, 90s Christmas goodness. I hope all of you guys have a wonderful Christmas, because I probably won't make a video, obviously, between now and Monday. So I'm hoping to make more videos now. Maybe I'll get some new stuff for Christmas to do with making movies. That would be nice, because the lighting down here is super questionable. But yeah. We will see what happens, and I wish everyone the best. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, whatever you celebrate, happy holidays, and I'll see you guys later.